Hey, good morning, fellow crypto traders. I'm doing this video from the old camper today. Sometimes it's parked in my driveway. Sometimes it's the only place I can go to get a quiet space, not only to think but also to do these videos. So I wanted to do a quick update on Bitcoin just to show you where we're at and where we're going. There's been some good price movement today, and you can see here I circled the area, the candle that represents our price movement on the daily today. That's this big green candle. We uh, we touched a support here, and I'm going to show you where that comes from in a second. And we moved right up through strong support. All right, so yesterday we broke down through this support, closed below it, and then today we opened below it and closed above it. That indicates that this uh, support is still acting as support. And this comes all the way from, I drew this Wyckoff distribution pattern, they call it. I drew that as a head and shoulders. And quite frankly, I think historically, if you look at any of these Wyckoff distribution patterns, you can draw them as a head and shoulders pattern, and you'll be just as right. So remember, I said I was able to sell at this point here. Now that was after a large down day, unfortunately, but I saw that this was turning into what I thought was a head and shoulders pattern. I sold right here at this price point, about 50,000. I wasn't in Bitcoin specifically, but I watched Bitcoin as the leading indicator of the crypto market. And so I was selling my altcoins at this point. And sure enough, we broke below that and headed all the way down to my target here, which I had measured out. And that's from the top of the head to the neckline, brought it down here. That gave me the target. And we hit on this target many times: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Broke below it a little bit, came back above, but it acted as very good support. Anyways, that's a little bit of the history. I have shared that in the past video as well. But this is where our support line is coming from. It was a previous neckline. And now that we are back above that, oops, delete, it is acting as support. And that is confirmed because, well, it's not confirmed yet, but if we close above that support today and then again above it tomorrow, then we never did break back down below it. And so anyways, let's get to what we are bouncing off, or what we bounced off of today. This blue trend line, what is that? Talked about it a little bit in the last video. Remember, I said that there are basically two cup and handle patterns that the market seems to be adhering to. Now, the first one I wouldn't call a true cup and handle pattern. However, doesn't matter what I call it. It matters what the market thinks it is. It represents the market sentiment. And like it or not, whether it's a true cup and handle pattern, it seems that the market is adhering to this pattern, and that's really what matters: is market sentiment. What does the majority collective of traders think is going to happen? What do they feel? That's what we're doing with these technical analysis videos. We're measuring market sentiment. So it appears here that the market certainly is respecting this pattern as a cup and handle pattern. And we can tell because the big break here above that neckline, that was on the 15th of October. And we can tell again because we have bounced off of it yesterday and today. And that has given us enough of a trampoline to jump up above our previous head and shoulders neckline. The other way that people are drawing this cup and handle pattern is they are taking the cup here and let's get their handle, and they are looking at it this way. Now this would be more, this would represent closer to a cup and handle pattern because you have a 33% backtrack around there. This is probably a little bit more than 33%. And then we popped up above, and you can see we broke out here in this area, and we are proceeding upwards. And so, of course, once we broke above that trend line, we have proceeded backwards, and then now I project that we will continue upwards. So I think this, let me get rid of that, and let me get rid of this area is like a good bull flag that's occurring. All right, so the way we can measure where we're going from here is by taking our trend line, and we'll draw it from the neck to the bottom of the cup. That gives us an approximate target. We exited this particular cup and handle pattern on the 6th. So that's one way of measuring. And we might as well go ahead and measure that other cup and handle as well, because the market certainly is respecting that as a pattern. And so then we exited that one from right about here. And that was on the 15th, I guess. All right. So you have two areas to target for our upwards movement. So in this case, I would draw a target area somewhere around 75,000. All right, so I would say 73,000 to, come on, there we go. 73,000 to, yeah, well, actually 72,000 to 75,000 is going to be pretty good resistance. And if I was in this trade, I would say you definitely want to take some money off the top here if you're a swing trader like I am, because we'll probably end up doing something like this if we continue up, and we may actually hit this area and come all the way back down, test our support again before going up. So I would target the 72 to 75,000 range for good resistance, take some profit off the top there, catch a good re-entry once we dip, and then we will continue to proceed higher. Hopefully, that's the goal. Let me know in the comments section what you think. Do you agree with this? Do you not agree with this? Am I missing something? Is there something here that you would add to indicate where we're going in the future? I appreciate it, and I appreciate any support that I get in terms of likes or comments in the video section. All right, good luck, traders.